All right, a round of applause again. I didn't hear it. I'm super excited. Let me see those who are super excited to be here. Let's all say, I can. Say it like you mean it. Say, I can. I will. I must. Say, it's all about me. Yeah, let's clap hands for him as he's giving me this thing. All right. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's all read the topic together so that we really do hear what it's saying. What is it saying? Some are saying, we just want to eat, right? I want to eat too. So I'm super excited to be here. My name is Mompoloki Makwana. Mompoloki Makwana is my savior, right? So the story behind this is this. My mom had 2 kids before I was born, and they passed away. And now when she gave birth to me, she said, this one is Mompoloki Makwana. And I'm excited that today you see me also as your savior with regards to content that I'm going to share here. Clap hands for my mom. All right, I'm going to talk about something very simple. I can tell you this is a full 5-day course. Those who follow our work, you know it's a full 5-day course, but I'm going to try to take it into 20 minutes, okay? So that we go for lunch. So, personal development and management as a key driver for team motivation, productivity, and resilience. Look at your neighbor and say, I celebrate you. I celebrate you. You look wonderful. You have what it takes. Listen. Organizational growth, as we are here for, all of us, we are here today because we want to see KBL thrive. We want to adapt, we want to navigate, and we want to be what? Innovative. Let's clap hands for her. You're taking all my time. 3 hands only. Try it. That's it. So, innovative, navigating. We are not talking about the buildings that you are coming from as an institution. We are talking about you as an individual. A qualifying statement today regarding organizational growth and development is this. Organizational growth comes from individual employee growth. There is no growth in any given institution if the people within the institution are not growing. Therefore, when you look at entities, big institutions, we are not expecting any expansion of land. We are not looking at any expansion of buildings. But when people start to think, even in a one room, they can change the world. When people are developing themselves, they can influence decisions. They can influence communication. They can influence the strategy. And they can make changes in their institution. That's why today I'm going to center my message around people development that leads to organizational development. We can grow and thrive in anything if we are growing personally. Do you understand? If you understand, say, Shitamfana. So it's very important to be mindful that we can only grow when we are growing at an individual level, right? Let's start with some qualifying statements here. But before we go there, I thought I should throw this to you to think about. It's not part of my presentation, just bonus. There are sales representative new demands today that each and every one of us must be mindful about. When I'm saying sales, someone is from production, you say, sales. No, we are all sales people in our institution. What end up in a client as a product is a result of team effort. So, for correction's sake, all of us here, we have new demands to meet today. Number 1 demand is, let's read together. The production team, the sales team, the cleaners, the receptionists, all of us, we are different functions. Working together, we can put the product in front of a client. We agree? That's what it's supposed to talk about. Number 2, let's read together. Yeah, we can no longer say we are selling to people we can see, touch, and kiss. We can sell to people we don't know. And virtual reality, virtual platform is giving us, all of us, access to be able to sell to people beyond our boundaries. That's not part of my presentation. Number 3. We cannot operate on magatwe. We have to work on real data. Is it true? Where in 𝐿𝐿? Which people? How many people? Maybe it's one person moving around the village telling people we need chibuku, right? So real data. Thank you. My wife is proud at the back there. So improving data accuracy and quantity. Last point is what? Okay, I teach this on strategy development. Call me again. Thank you. Let's move to our presentation today. What are qualifying statements today for our presentation that I've been called here to do? Number 1, things will only change when you change. We're talking about personal development, how it can influence our teamwork, our influence, and how we sell and how we succeed as an institution. Things can change when you change. Personal leadership is a true reflection that people want to succeed. No one should tell you, I want to succeed, and they're not working on themselves, unless they want to practice witchcraft. Right? So people who want to succeed, they must show by intention in working on themselves. If you see me every day playing golf, tomorrow I'm playing golf, and you're asking me, sir, do you want to be a football star? Will you be crazy or not crazy? I want to play golf, and I'm showing by what I do. So our personal development is a true reflection. For your wife, your spouse, or boyfriend say, I am changing. If they are reading the book, they are changing. Do you understand? Qualifying statement number 2. You cannot grow anything beyond the level of your development. Frustration, anxiety, and depression is a true definition of people who want to grow beyond their level of growing. Anything you are willing to develop, sales strategy, communication, improving on your calls, improving on your response time, cannot succeed unless you are willing to grow to that level of development. Do you agree? Everything we want to succeed in must be backed up by our ability to work on ourselves. And it's only when we are working on ourselves that things that we do, we have a proof that tomorrow they can work out. So I see people in institution, government, leadership, and we are asking if they will grow indeed. Watch what they do every day. Watch the culture they have cultivated. It will tell you that it's a successful endeavor for tomorrow. Anything we are doing and we are developing ourselves, we are scheduling it in the future that it can become a reality. All institutions, including yourself, has aspirations. But if people at a personal level, they don't know any personal aspirations, it's a frustration awaiting. Do you understand? We can't tell people about business aspiration if they don't have personal aspirations. I can't talk about business goals if you don't even have a personal goal. It's a mismatch and frustration awaiting. Number 3, we are living in what? Therefore what? Yeah, before personal change, it was just something to think about. An additional feature to do after work, a thing to do on free time. But we are realizing that when you work on yourself, you become the best of the best. Every single day, businesses are growing and thriving. The speech of Nokia was one of the powerful speeches CEO had to share. He said, we did nothing wrong, yet we were kicked out of the market. It's not about what wrong thing you are doing, it's about what you are not doing. They were not evolving. They were not innovative. They were not navigating. And navigation, evolving, and all those things, we are talking about personal change. Do you understand? Do you understand? All right. Number 4, adopt, learn, unlearn, and relearn lifestyle. What may be working yesterday may not work now. What worked 2 hours ago may not work 3 hours to come. Therefore, constantly we are asking ourselves, how can we be better in executing? How can we be better in response time? How can we be better in our production? The qualifying statement is this: there is always a better way to do things. There is always what? A better way to do things. And if we constantly ask ourselves, how can we do it better? What are we doing? We are being innovative. Do you understand? Do you understand? This guy is crazy. I'm not crazy. You only innovate when you are getting better. Asking yourself, how can I kiss differently today? How can I hug her differently? Be innovative, eh? So every single day we have to adopt learn, unlearn, and relearn lifestyle. The last point, before the last point, let's read together. Let's all read it together. Yes. There are people you don't want to talk to within your institution because you know how they are, even before you talk to them. There are lions in the making in our offices that we don't want to even knock at their offices. They've never talked to you, but you know that is a lion we can't talk to, we can't go there because of the relationship they have with themselves. You are constantly sending out a strong message if we can count on you in this innovation time or not. You are constantly at a personal level sending a message if we can count on you on the issue of adaptation. So constantly be looking out on how you relate with yourself. Self-care is free. Self-management is free. Self-leadership is free. Constantly, every individual must be willing to grow beyond where they were yesterday. And as you are growing and focusing on your journey, there are certain opportunities that are waiting for you to take yourself serious. And once you are serious, serious people will call you, right? Ask your neighbor, are you serious? Right? So you should constantly be looking out for yourself. How serious am I in my self-development? How committed am I in expanding the boundaries of how I think, how I contribute, and how I look at myself? You will not create and offer any value you don't believe you have with yourself first. You must have a conversation with yourself that I am a person of value. And once you start operating, people will see that in you. The last one is what? Commit to a lifestyle learning. Every single day we talked about the learn, unlearn, relearn model. Constantly things are changing. Commit to learn. Learn about how people are doing things. Recently we were having an executive coaching session and we talked about moving from supporting to strategic thinking. Where you are, can you think strategically so that tomorrow we can count on you? Constant learning is free. No one will beat you to read a book at 2 a.m. in the morning. No one will even bewitch you for reading a book on how to become a strategic thinker. It is free and they can be bought at exclusive books in Airport Junction. Commit to lifelong learning. Rautonaker. Yes. Let's read that and get out of here. I'm kidding. Let's read that. We read one statement and we stop. Let's not sing again. Personal development and management is an introspective process. It's not an outside job. It's an inside job. One of my favorite series in Netflix, Inside Job. Personal development and management is an inside job. No one will see. You can pretend to care, but you can't pretend to be there. No one will see if you are developing yourself or not. You can pretend as much as you want. But why not take the shorter route by actually developing yourself, right? Next line is what? It's okay. It requires an honest deep dive into your own emotional intelligence and what? Self-control and leadership style, where you discover how much you actually regulate yourself. Many people are seeing these words of self-regulation for the first time. Some people are seeing self-management for the first time. But we can't manage anything big before we can manage ourselves. It's a true principle even when we talk about emotional intelligence. It's important that constantly we are asking ourselves, how can we develop ourselves better? As I normally say, when you develop yourself and work on yourself, you become a blessing to those who are around you. But people who don't develop themselves, they are rigid, always angry, with a sad face saying, I'm okay. But they don't want to admit that they have to do some work, emotional work, and entanglement in them. Untangling these emotions to be able to lead and serve better. One of the frustrating things is to be leading and working with people who don't want to be in environments where they are supposed to be your core helper. People who are showing up, looking very nice. Even when we get in an institution, we think it's a high performer. Only a high performer for disturbing others. A high performer for sabotaging others. So constantly, as an honest introspection, we must be in a position where we are saying, what can I do differently to manage myself differently? Guess what? When we manage ourselves and he manages himself, she manages himself, we have vibrancy. What I wrote about in my book, What Amazing Employees Do, collisions is the interaction between employees which heighten how people can share ideas, innovative ideas. We can't share those innovative ideas if we still have people at the back of the room who will see how they will do it. No. We can't innovate in such environments. So it's very, very important that we honestly look at ourselves and say, what better can I do today? And we will not need to call me here again. Save the company money, okay? Yeah. So the next point is, it's what? True, it's not. But what? Yes. Just this week, just go and buy self-management book. Let's start there. Some of you I know already have read that, but encourage the next person. Let's start there. How can I manage myself better? But an important topic that I want to give you there is an assignment. Go and study on self-image. With the correlation of institutions we have worked on and the book we are working on, Corporate Organizational Culture, Corporate Guide to Creating High-Performance Culture. We're doing some research in different institutions, and we are realizing that people don't perform because they don't see themselves as valuable. People don't see themselves as important. Someone can just have an idea and say, no, it doesn't matter. Everything affects everything. So go and dig deep on self-image. What is this about self-management that can actually improve how we relate, how we connect as a team, how we thrive as an organization? It starts all here. Let's say, look at your neighbor and say, it starts all here. Say, it all starts here. All right. Number one is self-awareness. We cannot improve anything we are not aware of, right? Even problems, we have to be aware. Oh, we have a problem here. Is a problem of what? Of people coming late, right? Awareness is important. But here, I'm talking about you awareness. You awareness. We run a coaching program. It's a full month on self-awareness. How can I be aware of myself? Recently, we're working with a professional who wants to go into mindfulness, teaching corporations on mindfulness. We started with assessment, personality assessment. And from there, she was able to create 7 products. She already has clients on the 6th of April to go and train them on that. So knowing yourself gives you a foundation of service. Mostly, we don't contribute because we are not aware of what we are constituted with. We don't stand up and speak. Imagine if I never knew I can speak. We don't stand up and train. Imagine if I never explored that I'm a trainer. Number one in my assessment is that I'm a strategic person by nature. Yes, I did strategy, but by nature I'm strategic. So without knowing that, we end up settling for less. Even the contribution we are making is informed by our level of awareness. How aware are you with yourself? What's your level of regulation? What's your level of anger management? What's your level of contribution? What are you really, truly gifted in? And once we know that, trust me, we realize there's no need to sabotage the next person for me to be seen. People who know themselves, they don't have a place of sabotage because they know every person contributes something that matters, that adds value to this world. Do you hear me? We have organizational cultures where it's a dog eats dog mentality. People will pray that you are sabotaged than that you win. Someone will pray that you go to make a public presentation and you flop. in our own institution. Because people don't know what they carry. And people who don't know what they carry, you know what they do? They fight for what's available. Now everyone wants to be seen. But once you start knowing yourself, it's a teaching that I was doing across Africa, dominate. People who dominate, they have figured what they have and they know it's different from Tatos, it's different from what Newman is offering. All of us, we are offering something diverse. It was created that way. God does not do duplicates. Do you understand? So we are here to offer different value. Your presentation style will not be like mine. We only want to use the same presentation style while we are not aware of what we possess. Do you understand me? Do you see where team division comes in? Do you see where conflicts come in? You know, there are people who can be in conflict with you, and they say, no, I'm not fighting you. But you see people, this person is fighting me. You are fighting me, sir. So it's important that you are aware. Please, this is very important. Be aware of who you are. Do that assessment. Go through the whole month of understanding yourself. When you come out of that, forget everything you titled yourself in. One of the things I taught my wife when we met and before getting married is never box yourself with a title. She's a lecturer. I said, you can write books. You can sing. She has music. You can write books. You can speak. You can go around the world. This coming week, she will be in South Africa training different people that she never thought she would train. People she will greet when in Kasane and she's fishing and she will greet, say, this is only for these certain people. But awareness is what's a game changer. If we are aware of ourselves, we will know where we belong. We will know who not to talk to. We will know who we need to be around. We will know how we need to dress. We will know how we need to show up. We will know the energy level we must bring on board. This informs the whole cycle of who we are. Do you understand? I have 3 minutes left. So, self-development. Here is the key. You see self-expression. This self-expression includes what? Public speaking, presentation, what you do at work, what you do outside of work. Most people are doing a lot of things that they don't know that they have or it's important for them. Self-expression, you are expressing what you know about yourself. I'm a speaker, I'll go this route. I'm a singer, I'll go this route. I'm a poet, I'll go this route. I'm a radio presenter, I'll go this route. Most people are just doing self-expression of what they were told they should do. This one is hiring, go and do sales. This is admin. Apply, admin. Now you are admining. But inside there is a counselor. I know we don't have counselors. Do you understand? It's a route of self-development. Number 2, we develop that which we are aware about. After we figure out what we are aware about as individuals and also at an organizational level, then we can start developing it and say, no, we need to navigate, we need to innovate, and we need to what? Okay, let's leave it, So self-development, you develop that which you are aware about. Now that you have developed, then you can do self-expression. How much time is left? 2 minutes, okay. So the different aspects of self-management that can help us to amplify what I talked about earlier, team building, motivation, all that, right? There are different aspects of self-management. They are there. I'm not going to touch on them. You will have the slide. Then, what is the connection between self-development or management in teamwork and resilience, organizational success? Number 1, when we are aware of ourselves and we are developing ourselves, what happens? We improve connection. People who normally draw out and they don't want to come in and contribute, it's because they don't think they have a level of value that they can contribute. They don't think they have something that people can listen to. They don't think that what they think about is important. That's why team division, employee disengagement, poor workplace culture. They are birthed when people who don't know themselves now, they don't want to frustrate themselves. Your mind is wired in a powerful way that it will not allow you to do things that will what? Frustrate you in front of people. So we tend not to contribute because we don't think we are deserving to be in platforms, to be in institutions. But when we know ourselves, we will contribute. We know we are different, and different is good. Number 2, better communication. When people know that they are in an environment where their value, their individuality is embraced, what do they happen? They open up. They open up. There are people right now that have been working with professionals, other team members for 5 years. When we do the session of interactions and people getting to share stories about each other, they are openly enough and say, I never talked to this person because I thought they are this way. I never talked to this person because I thought you are this kind of person. Have someone ever told you that I thought you are this kind of person? A lot, right? Yeah, because we are not open enough. We are not engaging enough. We are not sharing our stories enough. The third point is better adaptability. We can only adapt, my friends, when we are in an environment that we know when I'm pulling this side, no one is backstabbing me. When I'm doing this, even if I flop, I have a team to cover me up. Not when you are pulling out, then people now are stepping in and taking your opportunities. So better adaptability comes from high level of awareness, and now you take that from an individual level to a team level and then organizational level. That awareness should continue to rise above the ranks like that. The last one is what? Emotional intelligence. We are emotional beings by nature. We don't have to emotionally be reacting to everything that we are faced with. So it's important that as we are aware of ourselves, we know what our triggers are. It's a full course, emotional intelligence, you know. What our triggers are, what switches you on, what switches you off. Once you are aware of that, you are not just switched on and off like a plug of electricity there. Now you know that this person is trying to piss me off, right? So it's important that we are aware of that. Last thing is what? This is my last point. Everything rises and falls with self-leadership. Everything rises and falls with self-leadership. Let's all say, I can, I will, I must. Say, it's all about me. Things will only change when I change. I like a famous statement by Dr. Eric Thomas. He said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at do what? Change. My last statement that I want you to carry home with is that you are not forced to be in environments where you can no longer add value, where you can no longer contribute, where you can no longer want to be associated with. You are not forced to be in environments that you can no longer create value, you can no longer contribute in. The challenge of today in institutions, the conflict is this. We have people who don't want to be in KBL, but they would rather sit and make those who want to stay to leave. I don't want that dog eat dog. Understand? So if you figure out you are under awareness now and you feel, no, I'm supposed to be going, go with peace, okay? Go. So you are not forced to be in environments where you are now a frustrator. You are not forced to be in an environment where you are now a sabotager. You are not forced to be in environments where you are a pain on people's backs. So it's very, very, very important that we are mindful about that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Mompoloki Makwana, clap hands for him. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.